there's a few phases that you go through when you're building a skill. The first is you design and build. That's where you iterate and make the skill exactly what you want it to be. There's another component, which is to publish it and get it out to the world. That's where you get to share it. So the publication process is pretty straightforward. You can just go to the publication tab and start working through all the pieces. There's a couple parts that I really want to pull out because they're going to require a little bit of thinking to help you stand out from all the other skills and to really make customers understand what you've got. The first is the description. There are two kinds of descriptions. There's the long description, and this is what people will read in the skill store. So that's where you want to really show what your skill does and how it works. Then there's the short description. And the short description is pretty powerful because at times Alexa will read your short description and say, hey customers, do you want to try the skill that does these things? And so if you have a poorly written short description or a copy of your long description, it doesn't make a lot of sense in the reading experience, and so it won't be used. So make sure you get a nice, tight, clear short description that can be read aloud to attract more customers to your skill. Another place that people don't think enough about usually is the categories and just making sure they have the right categories and keywords. For example, if you say something like, Alexa, I'd like to play an adventure game, well, the only skills that are going to show up in that are adventure games, right? So you want to make sure you get those keywords and those categories set up properly. And then go through and make sure that you've just got no problems with intellectual property. It should all be your stuff and customers shouldn't be confused about where the intellectual property is coming from. And then make sure that you go through and any special rules that you have for your skill, just put them in the testing notes. And that'll give a note to the testers and they go through and make sure they get it tested easily. So if you're ready to submit your skill for certification, or if you just want to learn more about publication, check out the documentations. You can look at custom skills and then publish your skill.